Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First one was like all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
That one to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the saints out there pressing the truth and sincerity. It's the brother Abaya.
And I'm Juan.
We're gonna go into a quick lesson. As we seeing more and more policies and things being passed. The hurricane and all kind of weather events happening. Hey, plagues are coming upon the earth. Famine, death. Their destruction ultimately. So we're going to dive right into the scripture. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do you measure the time? By looking at the prophecies, seeing what's happening in the world. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And those signs pass, going all the way back, since the world began, plagues, famine, death, pestilence, diseases, if you guys, something to add, add to. Verse 3, it says, therefore shall there be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people. It's like uproars of the people in the world, And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing earthquakes in diverse places. And we're seeing the people literally rebel against the government. Uproars of the people, all over the world.
Yeah. Let me get Isaiah 10:1.
God.
Because the new thing now is this mandate for taking Vicky's venom, that poison in the syringe, and injecting them now with that.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right. Now, I think they made it like a law, right? It's a mandate, right? For certain jobs, and they trying to make it for all people if they hadn't already. They have to take the Vicky's venom.
God, certain states.
Yeah, and they turning everybody against each other. The ones who took it versus the ones who haven't took it, which that's a part of the doctrine of the Communist Manifesto, to get the eyes off of who the real problem is. Because the whole thing about that Vicky's venom is, one, gradualism, two, is ultimately meant to kill Jake off. No matter what the devil do, eventually, if it don't kill you right then and there, because they got to report that people dying from taking it, it's going to kill you later.
Yeah.
Right? And they trying to make everybody take it, which is an unrighteous decree. But that's going to help them bring in their new world order, man.
Yeah. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
So destruction unto Esau, man. And it's starting with the elites.
That's
Your
right.
presidents, senators, and these faggot, sellout, boule society Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans that's pushing it, help push it. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was what's that nigga name that just came up, the basketball player? It's on the Monatzak channel.
I don't think I caught that one.
Well, a lot of these athletes and celebrities are helping push out this thing, right?
They mandated. They did a mandate where all not celebrities, all NBA players have to get vaccinated, vaccinated.
Yep. Now, this is going back into what's in the Maccabees. It said so they went to get how you say it? Because they wanted to do the custom of the heathens.
Licenses.
License to do the custom of the heathens.
Yeah.
And that was our people taking on the ways of the heathens back then, and Jake and them doing the same thing now today. There's no difference. It's called reincarnation, man.
God. Slide. It says, and right grievousness to which they have prescribed.
Because us who have a mind, and the Jakes that have a little bit of a mind, know that's going to kill us off. They trying to kill us off. They got what's called the Georgia Guidestones. You know, they got black folks now know about is it what's the word, bro? From Margaret Sanger. Genocide.
Genocide. Yeah. And then they got Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
You know, ultimately to destroy, you know, the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Some more on that?
Yep, really a little bit more.
It says, verse 2. It says, they turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right of the poor from my people.
Right, we supposed to know the truth. The Bible, who we are according to the Bible.
Okay.
Esau swore on in the Bible and swore to uphold the Bible. Therefore, we were supposed to be giving back our nationality and our land and etc., man. But they didn't, which was still a part of the Yahweh Shem Shai's program. Everything is going according to the Lord's program, because Esau, he know that he got a short time to rule. That's why he's doing all this stuff. Okay. Because the next rulership is for the Israelites, man. Okay. A kingdom of righteousness. That's the next rulership that's coming to this place, man. So Esau going ahead and try to get his rocks off, because eventually his show is about to end, man.
Hey, the scriptures say, hey, he made this world for many, and the world to come for few.
That's right.
You know. It says, verse 2 says that turn aside the needy from judgment, and take away the right of the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what it says, and what will ye do in the day of your visitation? That was it? Kind of. Let me jump back to Second Ezra. It's back in 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for like as that is made in the world, having the beginning and the end is manifest. Right? We're seeing all those prophecies, you know, all the things that Yahweh Shai said unto his disciples, you know, even from the beginning. We're seeing all those things be manifest quicker and quicker. You know, everything's happening faster. You know, that's how we know that we're in the time of the end.
And it's all throughout the Bible.
Okay.
Corinthians, the Lord sent his apostles before the end. And you see all the brothers out there. Joel, the Lord bringing his men back by waking them up and having them teach and realize who they is before he start the war Armageddon.
Okay.
Jeremiah 28:8. Sent his prophets out there again to prophesy about the downfall of these kingdoms before the let me get that, Baba Kishar. Jeremiah 28:8. Because the end is manifest, and we, Yahweh of the elect,
this is Jeremiah.
Was a sign. It's like it was a sign of the end. Also, one of the major signs. Because everybody was waiting on us to come here, to come with this truth. Everybody tired of Esau reign, tired of the world being in wickedness. Okay. You know, the animals tired, the trees tired, the people tired, man.
And misery. This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8. Sorry, it's like 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against many great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence.
See? The prophets did this back then. And now, Yahweh of the elect, the prophets are here now today doing the same thing.
Okay.
And when you go into history, they prophesied about these things before kingdoms came down.
Okay. Hey, you always had a prophet at the end of when the kingdom was falling, you know, to warn the people, hey, get right or be destroyed.
That's right.
You know, you mentioned Jonah. You know, he went to go warn Nineveh. You know. And eventually they repented, and the Lord gave them a little more time. You know. But that was it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done unto them, it's like in the latter time that dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." You know, and hey, a lot of misery, you know, and a lot of misery is coming to you people, you know. A lot of terrible things. Hey, was it the 2 Peter? It said perilous times, you know, dangerous. You know, dangerous time is coming to you people. You know? Because, hey, you walk with your head held high, you know, so to speak. And you proud in nothing, you know? You proud in something that's going to deteriorate, you know, and ultimately be destroyed.
Sorry. Got some more on it?
That was a quick hit.
Yeah, if I may say.
Go ahead.
Everybody see what's going on in the world right now. America gonna get it the worst because America pushed out all the BS. But the rest of the world is going through everything that's gonna come to America. And Americans are so spoiled that they don't believe stuff like this can happen to them, and especially how bad it's finna get, man. You know, you got it said miseries. Levi came over here because everything that's going on in their country. What they just hit a earthquake or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, earthquake.
And they doing witchcraft and walking in pride, and you know they got homosexuals over there too.
Yeah, they heavy in what's that, voodoo?
Yeah.
You know, and those supposed to be the priests. You know.
Then you got what's going on in Afghanistan.
God.
And if I'm not mistaken, well, you got a mix of people over there, but if I'm not mistaken, the Afghanistanians were Elam. If I'm not mistaken, because Esau then switched up a lot of the land masses and a lot of different type of migrations and everything was happening and whatnot. So the Ishmaelites, you know, they're not the predominant, and I had to look this back up, but they weren't the predominant nationality of people over there. But still in all, they going through misery too, because now they got to come over to America. I seen in an article, if it wasn't Afghanistan and Salakia, if it wasn't Afghanistan, it was the Levites, the Haitians. They get sanctuary. They gonna be able to get sanctuary in Milwaukee. Not just America, but they got motherfuckers specifically coming to Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, both Afghanistan and Haiti. Is I think Milwaukee is was it Haiti, but you know, both of them, you know, all throughout Wisconsin, you know.
And then there's a lot of other things going on. I got to keep rambling on about it. But if you're a watchman, you see what's going on.
God.
And that's just a sign of the end.
You can't help it. Every time you turn on the news, or every time if you got notifications to the major news channels, hey, you see it popping up.
Yeah.
You know. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. It says, "Behold, plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth."
Did you want to go over there?
Fine, either one.
You sure?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Back in 14 it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they have come upon the earth." You know, so everything that all the plagues and all the things that were prophesied aforetime, hey, they're not turning back until they come upon the earth. They'll be made manifest, like we're seeing. You know, it says the fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it come. It's like until it consumed the foundations of the earth. You know, and that fire is kindled. You know, hey, we're seeing it. You know, it's not finna turn back. It says, like as the arrow which is shot of the mighty archer returned not backward, even so the plagues even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. It says, "Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days?" You know, and the only ones that are going to be delivered are, you know, the elect. You know, hey, Lord will be a part of it. It says the beginning, it's like the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Hey, that's what you're seeing. And it's like we said, it's only finna intensify, you know. Dangerous times coming. A great death. It says, the beginning of sorrows, the sorrows, mourning, great mourning, the beginning of famine and death, and the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. You know, and we're seeing that, you know, the elites, you know, your senators and so forth and so on, they're standing in great fear. Why? Because they're seeing the men of the Lord rise up and also their kingdom falling, you know?
Yep. And prophecies happen right in front of their face. Even though y'all didn't spend so much money, they keep it hid from us.
Okay. It says, in the beginning of evils, what shall I do when those evils shall come? It says, behold, famine, plague.
That's what the people saying to themselves.
Okay. It says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, you know, a punishment, you know. And you people being punished for all the wickedness that you have been done.
So that's why when you see on the TV all these women crying about what's going on to them in Afghanistan or Haiti, or these guys crying and they babies getting killed and all this mourning and woe and stuff going on, you're not supposed to feel sorry for people like that.
Yeah.
Because the Lord been prepping us for the longest to get ready for it. So we gotta take heed.
And what did he say? He said, I have made your head harder than theirs, even harder than flint, you know, to roughly quote.
Mm-hmm. When you coming up against Jake.
Okay. Hey, you can't, you got to be emotionless, you know, because we know all these things are going to come to pass.
Yep.
It says, verse 19, it says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges.
So they're not going to learn from their mistakes. You know how people say when you get grown, you're supposed to be able to learn from your mistakes and everything, and make less mistakes because you're of that age to where you're being held accountable. These grown people and these young kids that's getting this information, the Lord is holding them accountable for the stuff that they're doing, and they continue to do it.
Oh.
They continue to mess up, even though they know that it ain't the right way. A lot of them know that's not the right way to be.
Okay.
They're gonna do it anyway, though.
That's right.
And they got their own reasons why.
This is verse 22. It says, it's like verse 21. It says, behold, this shall be so good sheep upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You know, and hey, you say, you know, at one point you were seeing, you know, things cheap, you know, but now you're seeing those prices spike. You know, and hey, a lot of people still think they themselves be in good case. You know. Because what did they do? You know, a couple years back, they got rid of that middle class. You know. It says,
they're still thinking that.
Okay. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So either way it go, hey, you gonna get it. You know. If you destined for the destruction, yeah, you destined for the destruction. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
It says, and the dead shall be cast, it's like, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. And there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. You know, so hey, you're going to see a lot of destruction, a lot of dead bodies, a lot of pain, misery. You know, and there's nothing really you can do about it. You know, but hey, pray to the Lord, you know, and pray that you be of the elect. You know, you got anything else? Hey, hopefully this video was edifying. Hey, Till next time, hey, call all Yahweh Shimi Awashai,
Yep.
by Shimmer Kakwadash, the ones to the apostles, elders, great millstone, Shalom.
Shalom.